Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena playing Lost Caverns of Ixalan Premier Draft again. Maybe I'll take a removal spell this time. How would that be? Malamute Battleglyph is quite good. I don't know if you first pick it over like a Cloud Guard, which is a big fucking nuisance. I'm not taking Treasure Map. Let's draft something of these things. Yeah, Treasure Map's bad. Battle... No, did I spell it wrong? Battle Glyph is 88th best. Cloud Guard 43rd best. Yeah. See, I told you this was probably better. Other reasonable picks. I mean, you could take a Sunfire Torch if you really wanted to, probably, but I don't. There's a lot of white here. My goodness. Could just take another Cloud Guard, honestly. Clay-fired bricks. I mean, it's something. So is this flanker? It's okay. I kind of like the bricks. Yeah, it says they're very good. We should wheel something solid out of this pack. I would take all 6 of these white cards pretty happily. Like, it's not quite to the point where, you know, sometimes you say, okay, I'll just take this whole pack and we won't pass around the rest. Is this pack so good that I would do that? No, probably not. And obviously, you're not actually offered that choice, but it's something, you know, a way to say that it's a great pack for you is I don't need the rest of this. I don't need the rest of this draft pack. I'll just take all of these. 2 mana 3/1 with an indestructible ability is pretty great. Thorfire, Suffering's okay, Siren's okay, Militia's okay. How good would you say this Vanguard is, by the way? It's good. Yeah, nothing incredible, but good. Gemguard? River Herald Scout's another reasonable choice here, I think. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, just stick with red until we figure out what else, or white until we figure out what else is going on. We have some, you know, early game aggro plans with this and Flyer. Like, we have a Flyer plan. We have some late game stuff. This is some mid game go wide stuff. We'll see. Until we get something surprising that indicates a color that might be open. I'll take, I mean, you know, you could take a Cartographer's Companion here. Or you could take a Cosmium Blast. I'm not a big fan of Voltec Archaeologists. You could take the Freebooter if you really thought you should be in black-white, but I don't especially. Just keep taking white cards, figure it out later. Okay. There's a lot of green here. There's also a River Herald Scout very late. And we saw some other blue recently. None of it was that amazing. So we could take this. Try to go for blue-white artifacts. The hammer is also quite reasonable, though. I think I'm not going to dip into blue or green yet until I see, like, an actual good card. Or some reason. River Herald Scout is a good card. You know, don't get me wrong. But it's not really a reason to pick up a second color just yet. I think a cave here is fine. You know, what else could you take out of this pack? Marionette, maybe? Snail's good. This card's okay for the artifacts / flyers. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that makes me say, here's another color I gotta get into. Okay, now I have no choice. This is not a very, I don't know. I mean, it's so bad, but everything else is also... I guess the Cavern Stomper, but like, who's running green-white? Get out of here. Well, there's been more... There's been some green going around. You know what? This isn't even a good card, but yeah. Oh, dead weight is pretty late. But I'll take an aspirant first. Okay. Lower Fire Suffering making it all the way around. Nobody wants white. I'm happy to see it. It's a good card. I guess just this green dude? Walk with the Ancestors is cool if you have any like land cyclers, I guess. But 1-drops are important. Or early game plays in general. So I have one removal spell at the moment, which is the combat trick, Cosmium Blast. It could be in black, you never know. Utter garbage. Not good. What are you? Bad? Guardian of the Great Door is decent. So is this Master's Guide mural. Makes a 4/4 and you can craft it to make a bunch of 4/4s. Tinker's Tote. I mean, white-green is not where I want to be. You can rest assured. I might actually grab this blue-white thing. See about wheeling something in mono white here. This one's a little hard to cast, so maybe it wheels, but I'm optimistic maybe we could get the Tinker's Tote. That would be the dream. More likely it's just the Glorifier of Suffering. This is the bad one, right? Yeah. Chupacabra Echo, huh? Or just a crummy little artifact of some kind for the blue deck. Chupacabra Echo is a pretty good card. I don't think it fits very well into black-white, though. I might just go for this. It makes a bunch of artifacts. Or this, it enables craft better. Yeah, let's try that. I don't know. Pirate? Well, these are both okay, but I think this is the Artifact Pirate, and this is the Pirate. Sorcery Pirate? Spell Pirate? Oh, no, this is Artifact or Pirate? Okay. But this, I don't know. It can actually do a decent amount of damage if you can get some attacks in with it. Okay, what is this? Pirate Hat. I think Brackish Blunder is pretty good. It just costs your opponent so much time for these aggressive peck 'em to death decks to... I don't know, this kind of sucks. Land. There's a land cycler. I mean, the Miner's Guidewing is pretty good. It's not an artifact. I mean, it's like the dream would be, I guess. No, I don't even have the thing to reanimate this. Yeah, let's just take a 1/1. Flyers. Okay. Seems like the plan, maybe. Ooh. I've never actually had this card. I think it's actually not bad for the Flyers. I think we're in blue, but, you know, it's still up for debate. It's going to be mostly white, though, I gotta say. That's the color people are actually letting me have. Okay, the guard. Oh wait, this wasn't a wheel. This is a new one. This just went all the way around. Okay, I mean, that's a great card. If we're going wide with stuff like Tinker's Tote, we can activate it. Okay, this is annoying for other decks sometimes. I don't think this combat trick is any good. Island Cycler? Sure. What's this do? Likes caves. I mean, I have a few caves. Well, I don't think this Island Cycler is anything to write home about. Maybe we'll get to use Cavernous Maw if we hit enough caves later on in the draft. I have that gnome somewhere, don't I? Yeah, the Cloud Guard. That's the one I was thinking of. So, okay. I remember I had a chance to take a second one of those, and I didn't, but I was trying to remember, did I take the first one? Yes, I did. Another cave. Okay. It's helping out with the Cavernous Maw. So, like, you might ask, how likely are we to have drawn enough lands by the time this is on, right? Like, you know, there's a few ways you could approach the question of how likely is this to do something. A way that I like is to say, like, you know, how many cards... I can't talk. I have to draft, sorry. To imagine your... this is a good card. Imagine our deck were only these 4 cards. These 4 caves. And that Cavernous Maw is good if we draw it after drawing at least 2 other caves. And bad if we draw it before drawing at least 2 other caves. You know, in that case... you need at least 5 caves for it to be good half the time. And that generally holds up in terms of, like, you know, you will draw it before or after all the other caves in your deck just as often if your deck has no other cards or if it has a bunch of other cards. Because those cards don't affect how many caves you're, like, which cave you're drawing when you do draw a cave, right? Gosh, this is a pack. I mean, I'm not taking the throne, right? 2 vampires, 1 merfolk, 1 pirate, no dinosaurs. Like, you could try, but it's just hard. I'm going to take some removal here. It seems, like, clearly correct. There's some good blue spells that could wield. These white cards would be okay. I don't have many pirates, like 1 or 2? 1, that's right, the defender. I think we take the iceberg. We like crafting stuff. It so rarely gets to flip and then attack, but, you know, when it does, it's pretty cool. And in the meantime, it's an artifact. I don't have a hammer, right? I do have a hammer. Okay. Very slow card here. I think I'll just take the exile. Oh no, another flyer. Yikes. I don't think we want a Council of Echoes, but either one of these 2 could be fine. We're a little short on removal, but this is so expensive, and this does so much. Just a 2-drop, I guess. I don't think I want Hurl into History. It's an okay sideboard card. But we're playing best of 1, so sideboard cards don't really get run. Take another cave. This is still bad. Do I want this cave? No. It's bad. So I think we can have some caves, enough that Maw is playable. Right, we're now at the point where we'll draw it on average after drawing 2 other caves. So it like should be animatable most of the time. Which is worth putting a colorless land in the deck, I think. Wow. Oof. It's a shame I only get one more card out of this pack, but it'll be like the last card, which is probably... Well, I don't know. I might get lucky in it. It'll probably be like Acrobatic Leap, won't it? But yeah, more Petrifies, please. That's my prediction. Acrobatic Leap will be my last pick of this draft. We have a lot of mana 2 spells, don't we? Well, here's one that only costs 1. I wonder if this Gem Guard is no good. It made sense when we might be going like, you know, red-white with, you know, just spew out a bunch of tokens and Suntop Militia / Gem Guard them to death. I mean, honestly, I might just need a 3. Something to dump mana into as well. I have plenty of... It's a 2-mana artifact, though, right? Scries? I don't know. Being able to hit your 2 every game is pretty nice. Okay, a Land Cycler? Do I want that? I don't think so, but I'm definitely not running 2 Gem Guards, so... All these caves, I'm not... This is just a bad card. The problem with all these caves is that they're like tap lands. See, I told you, Acrobatic Leap. Is that like they're tap lands, right? So you can... I'm running them all to have like some late game ideas of, oh, once my hand is empty, I can discover something. I can make a 3/3. But like, is that winning the game? Or is it costing me the game because I'm not able to play my shit on curve as a blue-white deck? Right? How good am I really in the late game? Well, you know, if this is on board, I'm doing okay. But that's a pretty one-trick pony kind of deck. This is okay, but not like really going to kill him. Maybe I get a critical mass of flyers. I didn't get a Tinker's Toad, actually. Maybe this Glorifier sucks? I kind of think it does. Wow, I didn't really take a lot of spells, huh? I still think this is all sort of fine. Just like dump stuff out on turn 2. On turn 3, we can maybe play a 1 and a 2 if we're lucky. Or play a tap land on 3 and like play another 2-drop. I think it's kind of nice to have some late game. Let's try running this sort of slowish mana base and see how it goes. This is not a 40 card deck. It's a 41 card deck. Ah! Don't cut that. Come back. I'm sorry. Forgive me. What is my worst 2 mana card? Because boy, do I have a lot of those. Oh, here's a question. Just supposing that I were to use Helping Hand, targeting a Sunscribe in my graveyard, would I scry? I think no, right? Because it never becomes tapped. It enters the battlefield already tapped. Yeah, so I would not scry. Dauntless Dismantler is pretty meh, but it's, you know, making their stuff enter tapped is actually not nothing. And having a way to destroy something eventually is nice. I don't have a lot that actually goes very wide, do I? I assume I wound up with a ton of artifacts. 8? I think that's fine. And some other non-artifacts that make artifacts on triggers. I mean, the Dauntless Dismantler stands out the most as a card that, like, why is this here? And what is this? You have to discard or sack something? You have to sack a creature or artifact. So, but this is like, I don't really get a lot of tokens that I can just throw away, right? Yeah. This is more about destroying like 1/1 tokens and treasure tokens and stuff that your opponent might get, but I kind of depend on some of them, and I don't have a way to. I don't. Wait. Why do I care how many tokens I have to throw away? That I guess. Maybe I should put that back. Oh, Sweet Princess! What a nice, lovely game we're gonna have against a Sweet Princess. This is fine. I'd like a 1, but you can't always have everything. It gets me on the board early. Play the island! I couldn't pick it up. Stuck in my hand. Rude. Good draw. Well, I guess I should play this first. It's a 1/1, huh? I don't think we want to petrify a 1/1 very badly, even with Death Touch. But I can always decide later, right? After activating this ability, I mean. I mean, I do kind of want to swing in. But I'd rather trade this 2/2 for a 1/1 Death Touch than trade the Petrify for it, I think. Even though it's not mana efficient. Great. Well, wait, is it great? Yeah, I can put it on the flyer. But I do want land pretty soon. Maybe I should have bottomed this because it's important to hit 1 land in the next 2 turns. And this is taking up one of my 2 draws, making me reliant on the top deck. No plays. What is this? Join the Dead, maybe? Doesn't look like it. Okay, we can petrify that. And then it's basically doing nothing. What the hell? 2 bricks? Okay. I mean, I don't have to petrify this, right? But it's going to get pretty big pretty fast, I think. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe they don't have anything to activate it yet. They're going to be crafting this soon is the problem. These. I can deal with one with a hammer. The other I guess I could petrify it now, but then what am I doing about this? If I petrify one, I just give them something to craft with, even. Alright, let's equip this. I don't really know why, but attacking is good. Oh, it is double. All right, they fetched the planes. Right, that's why they have these both fetched planes, so they have the double white. How do? Oh, they got it. They got it cast out of off of a treasure. Oh my god, this is so gross. Excuse me. Okay, what am I doing here? All this double white shit. They haven't even drawn a single planes. They got it off of the freebooter. I mean, you can petrify this, and then when it flips, nothing will happen. Then you can hammer one of these when they try to flip it, I guess. Or when they succeed in flipping it. I mean, it's a nightmare, honestly. I hope they go for it. You can't tap it. It's still an artifact. Okay. Yeah. Resolves. I mean, I don't really want you to have a 10-10. I wish I didn't have to do this, but I do. Oh, I should have paid attention to that. I mean, it turned out fine, but... Now, if I animate this immediately using the hammer or this or something, then I can attack with both of these. But I won't have Cosmian Blast up. What does Cosmian Blast matter? I'm not using it this turn. Well, if they don't hit another land, actually, they still can't flip any of their bricks. No, you can't tap that, sorry. Oh, they sacked it. That's fine, because it's an artifact. Okay. Well, I mean, what are you supposed to do? They have all the cool blue-white artifacts that I don't have in their fucking black-green deck. And how did they... Oh, right, Chupacabra Echo is what killed my guy, right. Okay. Oh yeah, I could flip this. I don't have any artifacts to put in right now, though. Well, I mean, I do have one, right? Oh, that could attack, couldn't it? I don't think that's very good. Is it? I kind of need it for blocking. Problem is every card they draw is great because they need spells and they need lands. I think they'd rather draw spells because they'll get a land eventually, and they only really need one to activate all the bricks. Ouch. What are they sacking here? Nothing. They're just transforming it. Oh, that is pretty good. They don't have any very good creatures in their graveyard. I feel like they maybe should have been drawing cards with this, in fact. Rather than being so eager to transform it. Even though, yeah, you discard your hand like of 0 cards, really amazing value, but the stuff in your graveyard is junko, right? You could have drawn a couple cards before you flipped it. Well, here we are. This is so unwinnable. That's an artifact. Maybe it's not unwinnable? Flyers are too good? Oh, maybe I should have explored first. I have the mana that I'm not doing anything with. Whoops. Let's compensate by putting it here and claim it was on purpose. Good. I mean, yeah. They're gonna try to kill me by attacking with creatures, and like, I don't know. Their creatures are all fucking huge. But, oh, they're not gonna activate bricks again yet. Do they need another artifact or something? No? I'm not sure what I need to petrify. It's all horrible, obviously. What is... Oh, they want to cast that again, I see. Using this thing. I think I'd rather petrify it, right? I'm gonna have to let them cast this twice if I do that, though. The lifelinker is also a huge problem. But it's only a problem a couple of times. No, I can Cosmium Blast that once. Yeah. I think I have to let this in. So that I can petrify it instead. Eight mana. So I can petrify this or Cosmium Blast that. I think Cosmium Blasting this is more important. If they use the bricks, by the way, I just like have to cry and go to hell. But what can you do? Let's do this pre-combat in case something cool happens. Okay. I mean, I don't think... If they just flip the bricks immediately and swing at me for 1 trillion, I'm... I don't think I can live. Maybe they don't know that? Passing here basically puts the Cosmium Blast face up, I think. I would have petrified something otherwise, and they know about the petrify. Okay, there's that. Just kill me, please. Yeah, okay, it's happening. I mean, this is way too much damage. Actually, I guess block the funguses, right? Wait, what? The funguses. Actually, this is actually a little worse because now I can't Cosmium Blast a fungus pre-combat and have any value out of it. It doesn't matter. We're dead, obviously. Take that. Hiya. They eventually drew 1 planes. I mean, I don't know. Like, clearly they had set up their deck. This is something that hadn't occurred to me, actually. Clay-fired bricks is more splashable than it looks, because it has this double white cost, but as long as you can cast 1, you can fetch up the other planes. So, I don't know. They, like... There were just too many big value cards for me to deal with, and I didn't get enough of an aggro start to kill them before it all came in, I guess. Ooh, a large dog. Very appropriate to be green. Is this Nissa? I don't know. Sure. We don't get to play the flyer yet. Because of this stupid tap land that I hate. Very funny. The thing is, playing this and putting a counter on itself sucks compared to playing it and putting it on a flyer, right? So I think I might actually just play the flyer a turn late. Then this flyer, and then put a counter on 1 while exploring as well. Or maybe I'll just never play my other flyer. How about that? I do actually already have enough caves for this. It's kind of funny. Look at me, I'm the caves deck now. I mean, nothing else to do. I could just start bashing in with a 3/3. Right? Kind of funny. It says 2 out of 3. Other caves. Oh, I thought it would count itself. Oh, this is a lot worse. This is probably getting cut, actually. I'm running a lot of Ks, but having to draw 3 others versus 2 others, that's a big downside. Okay. Yeah. I kind of have a dream of bouncing this and then playing the scout and having an empty hand so there's nothing they can steal. I think it's worth a try. I don't get the map that way, but it doesn't look like I was getting it anyway, right? Yes, keep that on top. I want to play it next turn. They don't know what this card is. They might play the bat and hope to... to steal this card from my hand. I don't know about that attack. It gives them the scry and the treasure, but if they were going to attack, I think I was going to block anyway, so this forces it to happen now instead of some other time. They know I have a land as well, so they know I can play the Sandwing. If they let it go to my turn. But I guess that also means they know the bat can wait, because this island is staying in my... This unknown to them card is staying in my hand. So if they want to bat it, they can always do it later. Okay, but they didn't. Even if you have Cosmium Blast, you wouldn't use it here, right? You want to save it to trick the Sandwing when you block with a 1/1, I think. I don't know, maybe killing the 3/3 is good enough. Uses your mana more efficiently. I guess they could even have Joined the Dead. They have a treasure. Okay. That's fine. It's just a 2/2. So you're going to start getting some card draw value out of this. Can't help that, really. But it costs them like a black and a tap, right? So yeah, I mean, it's spending some of their mana. They'll have a little trouble doing other stuff. Obviously, it's worth it to them. But it means they can't do any really heavy hitting stuff like a dinosaur while they're drawing a card. What the hell? Okay, it's a 5/4. Let's see what's in the box, I think. Ooh, or I could put counters on a flyer, couldn't I? How's their Descend looking? 1. So if I make this a 5-7, it's quite difficult, right, for them to deal with that? It puts them on a fairly short clock. Now two permanents in the graveyard. Okay. At some point I'll chump with the 1-2, but I don't think I have to do that right now. Turns out pumping this would have worked out better. Let's see, though. This is a cave, so I could play this and animate the cave instead of popping the discover. What happens if I swing all here? I'll hold this back, I guess. This trade happens. This attack is probably no good. Because they let this in, but then I don't have a block for it, with it. I have timeouts. Let's discover, I guess. Great. That makes the attack with this a lot better. Actually, I only have one white source. If I draw double white card, it's a little embarrassing, but I don't think there's any left in the deck. It's basically just the guide wing. Or the sand wing. And then clay-fired bricks to flip costs... Oh, Guardian of the Great Door, I guess, is double white. This is a vampire, so they get to bring it back with this guy. Target a creature I control to explore. You? Is this any good? Not really. Big, big flyers. Okay, one big, big flyer, I guess. Means they're actually going to get to attack with their lifelinker, aren't they? If they attack with this, animating it. Oh, but they would lose life equal to its mana value, which is 2? So they're 1 away from dead. Okay, I'll block here. Okay, yeah. It's not going to hit me, as you well know. It's not a great hit. Discover something, I think. Animating the cave and swinging with it doesn't really do anything. I guess animating it to block might make my life a little more comfortable. Wait a minute, their descent count is only 3 now? I mean, I assume there are cards I can draw that would win the game, right? Off of this? Maybe not. No, nothing actually does. Okay. So let's play this in Scry, then. Honestly, it's all kind of junk. Petrifying could do something. In case they draw a flyer next turn, I guess. Or play a flyer that I can't get through. They have a big counterattack, but it's not big enough to kill me, and that's the main thing that matters. What does this cost to craft? I guess I don't have another artifact because it didn't offer me... Oh, I did. I just didn't pay attention. Because I don't want to, right? I want to animate the cave. But I didn't... Oh, I didn't have the white mana, that's why. I should check my mana base, by the way. Is this a surprise? Or did Arena build me a really badly balanced deck? It usually doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't skew enough towards the colors you actually have. Rarely does it skew too much. Okay, no wait, there's no vampires in here, are there? You can't even choose to kill yourself with this. Okay. Why did I win this game? Flyers, obviously, but like, can we do a more detailed analysis than that, maybe? My tempo was not as good as it could have been, right? I could have played this a turn earlier and then gotten the 1/2 to put a counter on it. You know, there's a cute trick with Brackish Blunder on the bat. There's a tongue twister for you. I don't know. I mean, the cave actually did help in the end. Sort of. Like, okay, blocking 2 damage there was not that important, but a slightly stronger swing in it would have mattered. Do I have enough caves, though, really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 6 caves. I mean, I think that's enough. It's mainly a problem because it means I can't always play my 1-drops on turn. Oh, I was going to hang on, cancel. I was going to check my mana balance, color balance. It's mainly a problem because I can't play out quite as aggressively when I start with one of these in hand instead of a plains, but yeah, I mean, it gave me 8 white sources and 7 blue plus the colorless filter thingy. It seems fine. I mean, I remember I bottomed to plains at some point or something like that, you know, so it's not a shocker or anything that I didn't have all the white I might need, but I had 2 white the turn that it mattered, right, when I played the double white flyer, and then I blew up the courtyard because I didn't need it anymore. And by the way, that was the one I discovered into the Ultec Cloud Guard, right? That's a huge hit. This is not good, but the scry here is going to help a lot, actually. And then I have a creature on 2, and then, I don't know, miracles? Anything could happen. Opponent down to 6, plains pass. This all looks pretty good, honestly. Yeah, okay, sure. Turn 2, I can just squeeze out the tap land because I don't need a third mana. Green-white. Nobody plays green-white. Get out of here. Petrifying my 2/2. Okay, that's an aggressive play. Maybe they really need the scries? Even if I played an untapped land, I still couldn't play this because I don't have enough things to tap. You need like 5 total permanents, basically. So we're going to run out the iceberg here and then play a tap land. And then next turn I'll have permanents to spare to cast this. In fact, can I play both of these? If I tap everything, I think I can, right? That doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter. So if I play this, tapping blue and white, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that's worth doing. It leaves me, like, this will be tapped, but I'll still have an untapped 4/4, right? Yeah, incredible. I get to play the kiln, or whatever this is. Mural? Okay, that's a little annoying. Ooh, Kutzil. Okay, that's more annoying. No artifacts but this one, I guess I could craft with if I wanted. I don't want to do it maybe until this is on the field, though. So blundering this and petrifying Kutzil is kind of funny. But Kutzil has a strong effect even if it doesn't get to attack, right? I could flip this. And then... I think waiting until this is flipped is maybe silly. And then I still have up Brackish Blunder for their attack? Although, using this to sack an artifact gives me blocks? I don't think that's really that important. I think we just swing for 4, blunder there, 5, 4. So they're going to try to play Kutzil and then get a card draw for this, right? We're prepared for that. I can swing for 1 billion in the air as well. Next turn with all these things. Swing for 8. Which is about 1 billion, roughly. There's got to be some variant, and I can't work it out. The joke, like, what's the difference between $1 million and $1 billion? Oh, about $1 billion. There's got to be some joke in there about 8. I don't know what it is. Oh, I can't cast spells on their turn. Whoops. Now that they have Kutzil, you always forget this flavor text, but it really matters, huh? I don't don't think I can stand to take 9, can I? Well, I can petrify. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and hit me. No, you know, I'll do a little better. Let's get rid of you, and then I'll sack this. And you can block there. Actually, this is not... this is never coming online. Let's stop them scrying. I'm not ever crafting this. So we blunder this and petrify here. That's the turn. I guess I get to use a map. Oh, although I could use that to make this indestructible. Doesn't matter, it's going to be flying. Let's put it here. That's 8, and then 8 more next turn with any luck. I think I was wrong to petrify Kuzul, actually. Like, who cares about a 3/3, right? I should have been ready to petrify their reach, you know, they play a spider or something. This doesn't do anything. Just conceding, I guess. Okay, so this petrify worked out, but I think it was the wrong play. I wouldn't say it worked out. Like, it didn't cost me the game, right? If this had been unpetrified, what were they doing differently? Hitting me for 3 more. Who cares, right? It provided me a margin of victory that I didn't need instead of what I could have done, which would be saving it to give me a win in some other scenario. Have I looked at my dailies yet? I don't think I have, right? Blue spells, fine. I mean, we're mostly a white deck, but I was so stunned when I couldn't cast Brackish Blunder on their turn. I was like, what the heck is happening? The Kudzel got me. I don't have any white sources, so I will skip. Oh, this actually is a white source. It's very slow, though. I also don't have anything to do until turn 6 that affects the board. This is not good, but the puzzle door helps a lot, I guess. Let's toss the Cosmium Blast and hope to helping hand the Waterwind Scout. Okay, got my Plane Cycler anyway. Oh, right. I can't helping hand it because it costs 6. Yes, of course. Well, guess I'm just Plane Cycling. Very slow start for a red deck. What's happening over there? Color screwed, I hope? They probably have like a braid here, I guess. Maybe they want to hold it up until I explore with the scout? With the map? No, they're just going to use it right away. Okay. I forgot forgot, by the way, are you allowed to use different art of a braid? I think you can, of cards in general, I mean. I think you are, right? Let's see. Let's crack this. Like, could I bring in a Midnight Hunter braid, for example? Or whatever set that was? I guess I'll take the land. If I had drafted it. I believe you can switch art if you want. Okay, I guess I'm just making this idiot give himself a counter, have fun. It would be nice to put the counter here, but I don't think I can just do nothing. And I can always helping hand this guy, right? Although I don't want... Oh, I should have helping handed the scout! I said I was going to do it and I forgot! I'm so bad at this game! I could have played a tap land and helping handed him. Oh, man. What the hell is happening? They cast this and discovered that? That's pretty good. It is very good. Okay. So I guess we play the Cloud Guard. I still think... I don't know. I said this was playable, and then every time I draw it, I'm like, what the hell is this garbage? But it's fine. Like, I don't need the colors right now, right? So it's kind of just a better land. I don't think I want to attack here. They would start racing me on the ground, and it's just bad. So... Yeah, they're looking for white, by the way, it would seem. Whoops, clicked outside the window. That's why their start has been so slow. They've... Oh, okay. Yeah, discover another white card? Okay, treasure. Oof. Big owie. I'll trade both of my ground creatures for that if they attack. Dreadmaw's Ire would be a little embarrassing, I guess. I guess I'll just petrify it then? That's what you want. That's how you want me to play it? What the heck? Why are you tapping double blue to hold double white instead of one of each? Tap colorless, please. Ooh, I would rather trade you on that one. Okay, let's make this bigger. Hopefully. Hammer's okay. Hammer destroys enchantments, which I guess is not that relevant. I want to petrify this, so don't take too much damage, I think. Yeah, I'll keep this, though. It's nice to put on the flyers, yeah? And then... wait on the map, I think. Yeah, so I can get advantage of the scry or the draw instead of just... Oops. Instead of just treating it as, like, put a counter on this. In this case, I don't know. Like, it's obviously not amazing to petrify this, but they're doing pretty well in the race if I let them have a 4/3 trampler. So I don't think I'm supposed to do that. I believe we crack this now, right? With this thing. Oh, Did they just play this? You did it! You found a white spell. A plains, white source. Congratulations. Letting this thing block is not great for me. Number of other caves is currently 2. So if I swing and tap this, I guess that's the way to go, right? This guy can't get in unless I put a hammer on him? Okay, sure, let's do that. I guess even before that, let's discover. Great. I mean, that's a good card. Yeah, because I can actually crack it very soon. I was thinking there's better cards, but actually that one's pretty good. This one, like, they could trade for my 2/2 and just sack this, which I think they want to do, so I won't allow it. Ooh, double block the iceberg, maybe? I guess it's a Titan now, not an iceberg. But it's an iceberg Titan. Alright, nice work. You got me. I mean, I'm still pretty happy with this outcome. And now the Iceberg Titan's in the graveyard, so I can craft the bricks with him. Seems pretty cool. Oh, order? Should have played this first. You would have gotten to give a lot of stuff haste. Okay, yeah, I agree. You do have to race me. Could cast these, or I could use this. Pretty sure this is the way to go. They have to chump a 1/1. I've got 2/2s for days. And by the way, if this weren't petrified, I'd be getting crushed here, I think. I would just have taken too many hits from this trampler to be in good shape, I think. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it wouldn't be getting crushed, but I'd be a lot less comfortable. Nice shot. You gonna give something haste? Surely not. X is 2. If you attack with anything, you lose. So... Okay, no blocks. Not sure about that play. I don't have enough blockers left now, right? Oh, yeah, and this... Oh, they can sack this. I see. So they're not dead on board, exactly. It's fine. They'd need quite a card. They can get something haste, but not trample. Yeah, okay. Is that land still an artifact when it's a land? Some of them are and some of them aren't when they do this. No, this becomes a cave. And so once again, like, the Cavernous Maw didn't do anything, but it also didn't hurt, I think. If you have memory of me claiming that it hurt during that game and then forgetting about it, then you're probably just imagining it. Maybe go see a doctor. I genuinely don't remember if it came up. I'm just messing with you, of course. Sure, I have a 1-drop, a Helping Hand for it, a Petrify, and a 4-drop. I can even play a tap land without really hurting myself, probably. Unless there's something I need to Petrify on turn 2, which is pretty darn unlikely. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. I guess I could also draw a 2-mana spell that's productive, in which case I can't quite get away with that line. Tapped blue. I think having the caves in deck for Discover has worked out reasonably well, right? The tap land has hurt me once or twice, but the Discover has helped once or twice. Okay. Could Petrify that if I really wanted to. It doesn't seem very good. But also, it's not bad. Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. Get out of here with your stupid flyers. That's something to do next turn, right? No, next turn I can play this. It's a 2-mana 3/1. I mean, we're pushing damage. Red-blue's gonna have pirates, so they can probably just trade for this with a 2 or 3-drop, but is that so bad? Not really, right? I'll have a gnome token to try to keep it alive. From this, of course. No, you don't tap that, do you? They're gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. It hits me for 1, but you take 2 from this, unless you have another plan. No, okay. I can safely swing here, bluffing a combat trick. The only thing they could have is the whatever, but also... Oh, it's not even bluffing. I just want the scry. Sure. No. The only thing they could have is Cogwork Wrestler, which doesn't kill... Oh, it does kill my 2/2. Okay, but they didn't have it. Because they could have flashed it in and blocked with it. The double block would get me. Okay, I'm pretty happy I petrified this, I think. I guess, well, it hasn't been far enough in the future to assess that decision. I might end up regretting it. Annoying. Make a 2/4 reach? What the hell am I supposed to do about that, man? It's unbeatable. Oh, never mind. Oh, right. I see. They can tap the artifact. Yeah, okay. Well, I can't do anything here. And petrifying this instead wouldn't help, because the problem is the blowgun, right? You could petrify the blowgun, but since they've already equipped it, it's already giving something reach. All right, looking for like Waterwind Scout for explore counters. Turn my 3/2 into a 4/3 maybe. Uh-oh. Sunshot Militia's not a pirate, but I bet they'll be happy to do it anyway. Make it even bigger. Really looking for... I don't know. The thing is, another Petrify doesn't really help, because they can just move the equipment to something else. Something explores. So maybe if things get dire, I might throw away the 1/1 to explore here, but against a 3/5, that's not even helping yet. Yeah, I'll probably leave open white. White, double white instead of double blue. That is a really cool draw. It doesn't quite get me there, but... It's a big creature that can attack in and threaten a combat trick, even. This... It's almost good, right? An untapped land would be good, because I could flip this and start discovering stuff. This would be doing nothing for a turn. I think it's kind of the worst card in the deck, because an untapped land does something, and a spell does something. A tapped land does nothing. Guidewing, or the Sandwing would also be kind of bad, because I can't afford to cast it, but it's the only card in my deck that's that expensive. Discover? Maybe. Yes. Should have discovered first, obviously. In case you somehow didn't want... I don't know. They were going to tap both of these things anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. So we don't get abraded. If we do get abraded, we're in a lot of trouble. Oaken Siren is whatever. I don't really care about it. If they explore on their 1/2... maybe the Oaken Siren is good. Explore on that, I think, right? Because the counter there makes my attacks pretty awkward. Okay, they can't explore now. Not with the map token, anyway. Gonna move some equipment around? No. Ooh, that is a really nice find. I think we just, like, whole hog YOLO, right? What are they gonna do? I guess the order doesn't matter, because I have to target this anyway. I do not have enough caves, because I haven't discovered. So this is kind of a blank. It says right there that I don't have enough. And since this doesn't count itself... Okay. I will take this action. How do you block? One wrestler, sure. You could argue, like, oh, shouldn't you hold the 1/1 back? What if they eat it? Like, I don't care. They're letting something else through if they do that. I think they would do better to make actual trades, and then the 1/1's getting in for 1 damage. Sure. Plus, I can always sack the 1/1 to this ability if I want. If it becomes necessary. That's it. Taking 6... 7, 13? Okay. Well, this isn't dying, so yeah, I guess they're going to try and eat this. Sure, that's fine with me. No, that is not fine. No treasures, no killing my flyer, or my 4/4. Although I could still have reanimated it with Helping Hand, notably, I guess. So maybe I should have allowed that to go through, but I don't know, Cosmic Blast seemed pretty sick. Yeah, definitely don't want to draw that. Sure, hit me. None blocks. Okay, we got Iceberg Titan saves the day. Tapping down their giant reach creature. Yes, I had fun because it looks like I'm a deck building genius. Really? I just played all the 2-drops I drafted. Oops. I don't know why I clicked that. It was clearly on purpose. You can't accidentally click that. But what I wanted to do was this. 4 wins? For me? Or was it 3? What does 17 lands have to say about the matter? I have 4 wins. Okay. I still think the cave is like, the Cavernous Maw is pretty questionable. But it's also not costing much most of the time. Really, it's all the other caves that are the most questionable, right? They're these tap lands that are a slight problem, but they get me discovers. I still think they're fine. I have this argument with myself every game. You guys can just fast forward over that, I guess, next time. Next time I say Cavernous Maw, just skip forward 10 seconds. You won't miss anything. Great start, by the way, right? Counter on this, swinging for 2, turn 2. Vigilant Flying. How do you like them apples? Mirror. They played a Plains turn 1 and then a Cataract turn 2, right? So they got a little unlucky. They top decked this at the wrong time. It would have been better in their opening hand, obviously. That happens to me, of course. I'm a Magic player. Things that happen to Magic players happen to me. And that certainly is one of them. That's a lot of words to say nothing. Yeah, annoying. Play this guy out, right? These are both so expensive to flip, but I don't know, I don't really have a choice. Okay, that's a good draw. Sort of. Because I can do... It lets me do something with my mana. I guess order was wrong there, but I don't know. I might not want to cast this, right? Ooh. Brackish Blunder should be nice here. Whereas this is kind of nothing, I think. This gets an artifact into the graveyard as well. Kind of useful. I will play the Clay-Fired Bricks first, though. I'm not that excited to blunder this 3-3. Maybe I should be, because next turn I want to play this, and I can't do anything else, so like this blunder is sitting in my hand, and this hasn't done anything in the meantime. But it's gotten on the board, which is nice. I don't know. Also, I might draw a spell I want to play along with blundering something. Nice. Okay, this is a good play next turn. For now, we run out the plains. There's no way they're counterspelling me, right? Nobody does that in this format. It would have to be specifically the only good counterspell in the set, right? The 3-mana permission spell that can also draw. But they don't have it. Okay, great. They're just gonna make tokens. Oh, that's so bad. Those don't matter at all, dude. Sandwing, maybe? I don't know. It seems like their deck's having a rough start. They've only played one spell. Okay, sure. That'd be a fun one to blunder out of them, wouldn't it? I'm happy to attack with the 4-4 here. I don't mind a trade. Oh, they're blundering me. Okay. I gave them a map token by attacking. I think they were going to blunder anyway. Because getting rid of a 4-4 is pretty cool, right? Hopefully they use the map token pre-combat on the flyer. Can blunder it. Ooh. This is only creatures, so I have to let this hit the battlefield, which means they'll get to discover when it pops. Do I care about this, though? I mean, I guess I do, right? The 4-4 they can just play again. It's not a big imposition. Like, right this very moment they can't, but if they played a land they could, or next turn they could. This is gone for good. They get the discover, but... I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be letting them have flyers, but, like, the sky should be mine. I'm not too worried about the 4-4 right now. I should be drawing my own flyers. That's what my deck is all about. There you go, a flyer. I don't know. On the other hand, I'm getting a ton of ground control with this thing, so maybe I should have tried to keep the skies under control. But, like, just bouncing this does not achieve any control, right? So, I don't know. If I had a removal spell to use, obviously I would have used it on the flyer. But I didn't. I had a bounce spell, so I used it on the token. Sue me. Oh my gosh, they're bouldering me. main phasing it even for some reason. Oh, that's why. Oh man, really? My source of 4/4s is gone. It's rude. Well, bottoms up, I guess. Let's try to get some ground control. Their 3/3 is pretty good here, though. This is way too many flyers. I'm the flyer deck. How dare you? At least they missed here. I don't imagine they were looking for land. My 2/2 flyer blocks everything but their 4/4. So if I can just like draw a petrify for this, I'm fine. I have some discover coming up. Iceberg is not what I'm looking for right now. Good tap. That is a hit and a half. All right. Do I want this? I think the Iceberg Titan is pretty threatening. And the artifact that I would be crafting with is the map token in that case. I think my 2/2 flyer doesn't really do anything now that I have this guy. Well, he kind of does. But do I want to tell him about it? Maybe not. I want them to swing with this, trade, and then be like, haha, air superiority. And then I say, ha 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 ha, my guide wing. I think I'll play this. Not bad. I mean, it's a shame to lose the scout, obviously, but... that card is not relevant. I mean, it's an indestructible 4/2. I guess there is that. It would help a bit in the race. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's better than a random card. Okay, that's not relevant. That's pretty good. Actually, I wonder if I avoid this trade because I have a 4/4 that will be a 5/5 and can like stop this more permanently, but no, I think I'm happy to have this happen. And then this can menace them in the air afterwards. So can I play all three of these creatures? I think so. I have tons of useless garbage to tap. I can't also flip the Titan, of course. Oh, you know what? I should have swung with this first. If it trades for this 2/3, that's, you know, not the greatest thing in the world, but it's fine. And that's what should happen. I imagine they'll block with the 2/3. I should have done this before playing anything, obviously. Counters on flyers? That's not bad. I'll keep it. There's like a 5-mana... no, a 4-mana sorcery that puts 2 counters on something? That seems cool right now. As expected. I guess I didn't have to make that attack. I could have gotten it tapped with this guy and then gotten another scry later. Bad player, I guess. Tapping this stuff all doesn't matter. I could tap these, but why? I'm not bluffing anything. Ah, you know, I should have held up 3 mana. I should have tapped like a creature and a map to hold 3 mana in case they did draw the permission spell. Eight mana. I spent 4 of it on this. I have 4 left. I can't really do anything with that. But getting this to be a 7/7 is kind of cool. They can't block it, but I guess I'm in more danger of dying than they are. Problems abound then. So maybe I crack this open at this point. So they can threaten a cool attack on a future turn. Oh, I don't have to sack the map because this guy died. Nice. I don't think I really have any attacks. And I don't know who needs to explore. The 2/2 flyer? I think that makes sense. Tinker's Tote's a good card. Not super relevant right now, but not irrelevant either. You gonna try to swarm me with 1/1s? I don't think that works, but what I'm doing is kind of nothing at the moment, so... Ooh. A little late for this, but 2 5/5s is never bad, right? In fact... Now I can make this a 5/5, yeah? They don't really have blocks for that. Play this in case for some reason I want to destroy an artifact or enchantment, I guess. It's already face up anyway. And I can swing with the 7/7, which I think is fine. Oh, let's just swing with the flyers? I'm already blocking the 3/5. Is this too much? If I tap down their 3/3 is what I'm thinking right now. I think they probably just killed me on the crackback. This seems like a bad idea. Just this should be enough, and I don't have to tap anything down because they don't have any blocks anyway. I can just untap the iceberg. I guess I could tap the 3/3 or the 3/5. No, the 3/3. Because then they can't kill the iceberg titan without losing a big flyer. I don't really need this on blocks. Yeah, let's tap you. They have chumps, so like this isn't amazing, but it's fine. And in the meantime, they took 10. Like they do have to find a solution to this pretty quickly. Glad I kept the land, by the way. Both keeping it in the deck and keeping it on top. So those 2 counters were really good. That meant I don't have to worry too much. Not only could I swing in for 5 more damage, but I didn't have to worry so much about a crackback, so I could afford to swing with this 5. So like, that land just did 10 damage, and it's going to keep doing more, hopefully, until they figure out what to do with this creature. Okay, I mean, that's a little annoying. You got me. But I don't know that that was our biggest threat. I think the 5/5 flyer might be bigger. Okay. They made this into a 4/6. Well done. And they've got a lot of life lying over there. Okay, yeah. We still have a game, it would seem. Lord what? 2? Guidewing's nice. 9 mana. I don't have any attacks anymore. I could take this back for 5. Next turn, craft it and play Iceberg or something? Okay, we got them. They were sick of waiting around to die. Five wins. I don't quite understand why this deck is winning. I mean, it's just because the blue-white flyers are good, and artifacts and flyers and so on, right? I guess. Like, I have a little bit of interaction, enough to get by. This is a nice start, actually. So I have a promise of a 4/4. We'll play this on turn 3 along with activating this, probably. Okay, maybe a mirror. We'll see. Yep. Bad. Not happy with this. Do I land cycle this? It's starting to look like maybe I won't. Like, I do want a 5th land pretty badly, but we have a few draws at it. Especially with this. Okay, tap blue, I think, in case I end up drawing another 1 mana white spell. Found one. The hammer's pretty good. Swing? Sure, let's get a scry in, I guess. No. It's an okay creature, but not that relevant here. And we're really looking for a land in the next 2 turns. We'd love to see misses. Good. Put it here, right? I'm okay with the trade if you are. This attack for 2, I mean, it gets in 2 damage, it lets in 2 damage, but it gets me a scry, and I like scrying. That card is fine, I think. It's another artifact, and maybe once this flips, could do something. But I'm not going to cast it for quite some time. So I want to do this on 5 and this on 6, right? So I think we can do better. I'm thrilled to trade for this if they want to. I'll try to offer that same trade on blocks. If I get Cosmian Blasted, oh well. But this is just a 1/1 with equipment, right? This is an actual 2/2. I'll still have the equipment. Their counter will be gone if the trade happens. And I do not want to let them hit me for 2 every time just to duck the exchange. So since I'm blocking, if they attack, I may as well just attack and offer them the trade sooner. Or if they're a chicken, we get in 2 damage and still get the block. Although I have to say, if they don't block, it suggests that they do have something like Cosmian Blast or some other combat trick. I guess they're resigning? They fell down a manhole? Like, it does not look at all like a resignable position to me, no matter what's in their hand. So maybe they just like were called away from the computer. Or their phone was snatched by a thief on the subway. I don't know. They were so engrossed in the match against me. Now this would be the time to like make sure. No, this is stupid. I already have the mana to cast the one thing I want. I guess it would be allowing me to make sure I can get to 7 mana on turn 7, maybe. Or making it more likely that I do anyway, but I don't think that's particularly good. Nope. Cancel. None of these are artifacts. I block. Oh, mine's easy to target. I choose this one. Oh, I guess for that reason, making the attack with the 2/2 was sort of bad, because then if this dies, I won't have anything. This is a good card. I'll keep it. I wouldn't have anything to explore with. Yeah, I always forget about this thing's dies trigger. It's just like a 1/1 flyer for 1 with vigilance is already good enough. Why would it have any other effects, man? We can bottom that bad boy. And he still has a counter. Until it's actually put on the bottom. Yeah. I'll need to draw that. You got me. Here's a 4/4. So all the cards in their hand are double blue, and that's why they're... I don't know. Now I have a hammer, though. Ooh, I also have Petrify. Does that matter? I mean, I could Petrify it, but I don't have to yet. I think put this all on the flyer, right? Well, I don't know. Having a 5/5 blocker is kind of nice. For their 5/5. I don't have the ability to bounce that thing. Yeah, sure. I don't really want the trade to happen. I have an artifact in the graveyard already, notably. They don't. They would have to craft with token. Ah, I missed my 7th mana. Very sad. Brackish Blunder, though. That's not nothing. Could pop this, I guess, but I'm just going to play the flyer, I think. Yeah, that's something to craft with. Okay, we probably have to blow that up now before they can do it. We don't want them to get a 4/4 out of it. I think that's what we want. I could just equip and swing for 6 in the air. I mean, I can do both of those things. I could also petrify this to stop them crafting it. Maybe that's better. I don't know, I kind of want them to invest all that effort in it. Yeah, okay, wait, hang on. I don't have to worry about them crafting with this, because if they do, they'll die. So they're gonna, like, I don't know. They're gonna brackish blunder me here or something, and then I have to figure out what to do? No. Interesting. Okay. In that case, I guess we'll just see what it is you want to do. Don't hit past the route. They're going to bracket blunder end step? No. They're just going to craft, or sack that so they can craft with it. Oh. I guess in that case they're technically not dead if they craft this. But I don't mind if they do, I think. They get a 4/4. Spend their whole turn on it. And then maybe on future turns they get more 4/4s, but it's kind of too late at that point, right? Just leave it there, honestly. Having a 5/5 versus a 4/4 does not matter very much right now. Just makes one more lethal creature. Kind of out of plays, I think. Gotta discover something good. Or, I mean, this could be something. But of the cards I see in hand, none that I know about, none will allow them to win the game. You need another flyer here, then? Can't discover anymore. You already played a land, right? Yeah, this one. This is not an artifact, so I can't, like, equip this and blow it. But I have Petrify if I really needed it. Okay, great. I think it would be right to Petrify this before swinging in case of, like, Brackish Blunder. So that I still have enough damage that one of the 3 power creatures gets in. I love birds, man. Blue-white decks, I don't know. I've had some bad blue-white decks, but... Right? I mean, mostly they've been good. The last one was 4/3. And I've only had one other, which went 6/3. The second draft of the format. With the D. I hear there are a lot of people out there who want the D. Here it is. could actually play this now. But, and still be mana efficient, right? Get out one of my little white spells. But I can also just be mana efficient while doing this, and then like next turn play this and a white spell, right? So I don't think that's any big decider. I'm happy enough with the trade here. This creature's nothing special. They got a scry, so they win that exchange, right? We traded 2 drops, but they scried. Oh well. 2/2 double strike. That's a little scary. Actually, a 3/3 is pretty perfect, huh? Gonna have to tap carefully here. I want to play this out. Two mana 3/3. This format's so busted. Of course, the cards like this have been printed many times before. They have a huge downside of being a defender. Okay, this suggests they don't have a combat trick. So this is actually holding off the hordes. Play and equip. Hold up Cosmium Blast. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to play this. I guess this could attack, couldn't it? Is that funny? I don't think it's good. Even if it attacked as a 4/4, it's not so great. The idea that I have is to use this to like block, and then if they try to combat trick while attacking, I get them with Cosmium Blast. But I guess they're not going to do that? They're just going to Sunshot Militia me, huh? Okay. Well, joke's on me, I guess. That's a very nice card. Let's see what's in here, though. Nope, I don't get to do that, because yeah. It doesn't automatically do that. You still have to activate it. Oh, maybe I could have attacked with this, actually. No, it just trades here. It's not that good. Better blocking all this junk. Boy, they would be getting in a lot more damage if they could swing with everything, huh? Instead of just tapping a bunch of creatures to ping me for 2 or 3. Ooh, it's going to be for 4 if they tap everything here. I don't know if that would be a good play, but they can tap several anyway. Okay, this is a race. And they're empty-handed, so we know no tricks. It's an artifact. Let's crack this first, though, for colorless, please. Yeah, I want another flyer, right? A land would let me discover something, but, like, you draw lands eventually anyway. I don't think I can really swing with the 3/3. Like, I could play this artifact, swing, and then Cosmium Blast their 3/2, but it's not really. It's just, ugh. It's not very good. So, I don't think Cosmium Blast is doing anything. I think I'm playing both of these creatures. Oh, I could move the equipment. That's a good point. I mean, here would deter all attacks, but they already can't really attack. I think it's fine where it is. It's such value. They get to bing bong me for one and rummage the mountain. I mean, I'm doing 6 a turn and they're doing less, but it is still like, you know, anybody's game. Something good could happen to them. That's a very good thing to happen to me, I think. At the moment, I don't really care about the Sunshot Militia, so maybe I just don't worry about it? Could put the hammer on the 2/2 on the ground. Attack with it. I get a scry that way. They probably just block with Market Gnomes, though. Cost them a blocker. I mean, 6 damage, then 5 damage is still lethal, right? So let's try that. And I want the scry. Or 5 damage, then 6 damage in this case. Lands, I think, are still bad. Oh, it's not lethal because this gains life, doesn't it? It's 1 life! Oh my god, the hammer mattered. Oh, what a dummy. Yeah, this was like just such a throw. This put them out of range for next turn. And all I did was bottom an island. I mean, it's nice to have the Cosmic Blast and the Petrify for whatever they're going to draw that actually wins them the game. This card is not doing it, so I don't mind not petrifying it. But I really shouldn't have attacked with this. Oh, that's annoying. I don't think I need this guy. You can have him. Yeah, I would have killed him if I hadn't made that attack with this. They didn't have any way to trigger the life gain themselves. No. They still have. They have a Tinker's Tote to gain life with. So it's not lethal. So, yeah, I think we just discover here. No need to petrify this still. Sure. Tinker's Toad is 3 life? I guess we're about to find out. No sack. Sure, they want to use it to ping me, I guess. And then sack it. They figure they have enough mana. Fair enough. Do they, though? Yeah, it looks like the problem is going to be they don't have enough life. Hammer there to destroy what? My hammer? To attack. Very curious. Okay, sure. Maximum damage, I guess. They dumped a mountain and drew an unknown card. Sure. I don't think there's any combat tricks that are going to get me for 7 here. I think I can afford this, though. And that. You know what there is in red is like do 1 damage to each creature your opponents control? How bad would that be? If I did this. I'd still kill them. No, I wouldn't. I'd only do 3. All of my other flyers would be dead. Nobody runs that card anyway. It's super bad. But just like thinking about how could I possibly die here. I think I should have not blocked with the 2/2 flyer. One of the 2/2 flyers I should have not blocked with. Alright, cozy 7, I guess. Well, you know, birds. Artifact birds. Bird artifacts. No, pigeon poo. Pigeon poop. There you go. Just poop on them with pigeons. Very low curve. A few heavy hitters. And artifacts. I don't know. It works for me. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.